Hello everyone, my name's Belinda from Being Agile, and this is a quick guide to the game Retrospective Sailing. Retrospective Sailing is a great game to play with teams, really powerful for running retrospectives, very much part of the Being Agile approach. Retrospectives give us an opportunity to review, reflect and learn as we go. Helps us to look at what's going well, what could have been better, and then how we can improve on what's going well and how we can do better next time. Part of the core Agile cycle, retrospectives are a great way to review and reflect, allowing us to build in continuous improvement, make small changes quickly, shift our priorities, adjust the approaches that we're taking to get our work done, and take some of those important pivot, persevere decisions forward. So traditionally, sprint retrospectives were very much looking at the process review, so the process of our project management or our product development in terms of an agile approach. But today we can use retrospectives far more widely, not just to review our ways of working and our processes and our approach, but also the people in the team that we work with, how we're progressing. We can use it to reflect and review product or service, whether that's in development or existing, get feedback from the customer, and use it, traditionally to review our projects as well, but also at a personal level. This is a really great game to play, either individually or part of the team. So let's have a look at the boat and have a go at playing retrospective sailing. So really to give you a quick overview of this boat and how it works. So as you'll notice, we've got a basic sail ship here. This is a retrospective game that I played at a conference a few years back. It was an Agile conference. We were reflecting as attendees and speakers at that conference on the event itself. So here you can see on the hull of the boat, we've got our mission. So it's to learn, to network, to take great thinking away and apply back at the office, to learn, to share crazy ideas, make friends in the community, to get out of the office and bring learning back to HQ. So here we've got our mission. We've got a really nice, clear mission about why people are attending the conference. We've also given our boat a name, so it's called the Sunshine Ship, which is a nice, happy name. So once we've established our mission as a group, then what we do is we start to add our sails and our anchors. So our sails represent what's going well in relation to our mission, and our anchors show what challenges we're having around achieving our mission. Then you might notice there's some numbers on these sails. So we're going to scale our sails from 1 to 10. How big is this sail? And equally, we're going to scale our anchors. So how big is this anchor in relation to our mission? Once we've got those numbers, then the final part of the game is, as a group, we'll discuss ways that we can raise our sails and raise our anchors. So what we want to do is we want to take an agile approach to our improvement. So we want to look at how we can raise those sails and raise those anchors by just 1 notch. So let's just run through that again through a few slides here. So first of all, as a team, you want to draw your boat. So get your teams, pen and paper if you can, or if you're online, obviously you can use a template or a photograph of the boat. The key elements of your boat are, it needs to have a hull, it needs to have sails, and it needs to have an anchor here as well. This is very much my minimum viable boat. It's really nice to encourage a team as well to add their own graphics. So you've got some little fish and seagulls here, but really encourage a team to use colours and use their artistic license. You can see on the boat before we had a mermaid here and some fish and an octopus that the team have added to our photo, to our drawing. So once we've got our boat, what we want to do is we want to get our teams really owning this boat. So we want to add a name to our boat. So again, the team can name their boat whatever they want to. And we also want to add our mission to this boat as well. So what is it that we actually want to reflect on? What do we want to review? What's that mission of that boat? So it might be our agile working as part of a team, or it might be a product or service that we'd like to review, how we're operating as a team, lots of different ways. It might be internally, just a team. It could be with customers or clients or other stakeholders, partners that we're looking to get feedback from. So once we've got our name and our mission, then we start adding our sails and our anchors. So what we want to do is, as a group, just add anchors and sails to our boat. And once we've added those anchors and sails, we want to give those a score. So here we've got our sails, a +1 to a +10. So a +1 is just a little nice sail. It's a nice sail to have. Whereas a +10, this would be a main sail taking our boat forward. And similarly with our anchors, we want to map in those anchors, and we want to scale those anchors on a scale of -1 to -10. So a -1 would be a minor irritation. It's a minor impediment, a minor challenge against our mission. But a -10, this would be, you know, just a massive anchor and really stopping our boat, slowing our boat down. Really, if we want to move forward, we need to raise that -10 up a little bit. So once we've, as a team, mapped out what we think our sails and our anchors are and added our numbers to them, this really helps to open up some great discussion amongst the team, and we might add some details to some of these anchors or sails. Equally, some things might be a sail in some circumstances and an anchor in others. So it's really important to capture those. And often if we're doing it as a team, we might have repeat sails coming up, which we can group. We might be able to theme and group those sails together as well. So once we've done that, what we want to do now is we want to make our boat go faster. So how do we make our boat go faster? So taking a traditional kind of agile approach, we don't want to make a big bang improvements. We don't want to kind of turn that -7 there into a +10. We don't want to try and turn our minuses into pluses overnight. Equally, we might not be able to turn a sail that's like a +2 into a +10. That would be a big bang improvement rather than a small agile one. So what we want to do is we want to think about as a group and capture ideas for how we might be able to raise that sail or raise that anchor just by 1 point. So in the next couple of weeks, what's a small and actionable thing that we can do in order to raise that sail or raise that anchor a notch? So how can we turn that +8 into a +9? How can we turn that -7 into a -6? And we want to capture these on our boats. Again, we can use this to post-it notes on a bit of paper if we're all in the room together, or if remotely, we can just add some little icons here. So we can look at these. We might have actually multiple ideas for how we might be able to raise that anchor or raise that sail. And these are really nicely captured here as these possible improvements. So these are really helping us to look at how we can make small actionable improvements in perhaps our next sprint or two to actually help make our boat go faster. So these improvements, what we want to do is we want to take these improvements through to our backlog, through to the work that we're going to do in the future weeks, and map those in against our planned work. So here we've got the Agile Canvas, and you can see here in our backlog of future work, we've got a number of existing planned work activities, and then we've added in here our +1 improvements. And what we can do then is, here's our next sprint of work, is we can choose to carry across our planned work, and then we can potentially use some of our slack time that we're identified to actually action some of these +1 improvements. So there we have it, a quick introduction to retrospective sailing. If you have any questions or any comments, please feel free to get in touch. More information on my website, you can find about my courses and training, and there's another full guide to retrospective sailing there too. Do link in, catch me on Twitter, follow me on Facebook. I hope you found this session useful, and I look forward to speaking to you soon.